All right, there we go.
Hey guys, I don't see anybody in the chat yet.
Yeah,
Hopefully, there'll be some people coming in.
I know we'll get. Yep.
Pete the Patriot is running over,
Yep.
and I tried to be respectful, but I'm not going to avoid my show
Yeah.
for a reason like that. So we're going to get started. We're going to wait like we normally do and try to get a few people in here.
Yeah, we'll give it a minute here. See if anybody.
So
now
we'll see how it's going.
Now it'll pop up in the thread. So
yeah, I don't see anybody in the chat yet. And
there's Purnell.
Hello, Purnell. How you doing? Good to see you, brother. Glad you're here.
Or sister.
Okay, yeah, Purnell. I don't know if you're a man or a woman, but you're welcome.
Or yeah,
Rebel Jack. Yeah, I know he's wrapping up, but he knows I go live at 3, and I know he run over sometimes.
Yeah,
but I myself, I try to be respectful of all of my Patriot brothers and sisters, and I pretty much don't go over more than a minute or two, if that much. Hello, Flight and Defend. How you doing, brother? Margot. I told Dangerous Freedom you'd be here, Margot, no matter what. And Patty. So good to see you here.
Eric. Hello.
So we got 5 in here. Won't be but a minute. Pete's going to wrap up. They had a really good show today.
Yeah.
They talked about some of the stuff we're going to talk about. Maybe we'll have a little different perspective on what they had. And we have 9 in here. So let's get one more and we'll get started. So we'll work up to that. I want to thank everybody that's here. Everybody that's here for being here. Privileged white male, Sunshine Times, Linda Horner, California Critic, Margot,
Ginger,
Patty.
I like the name.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Ginga Snaps. I like that name. Hey, how you doing? I saw you today in American Armed Patriots chat. Good to see you here, girl. Glad you're here. And Eric, how are you doing? Fluid, Poor Art by Greg. Lynn M. Look at here. We got 30 people in here all of a sudden.
Wow. I guess.
And I'll tell you, people, that's what happens when you show respect to other people.
Yeah.
And cool. 12B Georgia. Yeah. So many. Iron Crane. Fuzzed Fork. 8.
Tony.
Yeah, I know Pete's great about sending people over. That's why I don't mind waiting on him to finish up. And I want to say this now about going after Pete the Patriot. Pete the Patriot is a great friend of mine and Ron's both. We respect him.
Yeah.
He always has fantastic content. And so does Alex at Disabled Vets Perspective, who was with him today. So anytime Pete is live and he runs over, I'm not going to get upset about it because his information is so good. And I know that when he's done, he's going to send y'all guys over here.
Yeah.
And so Ron and I are grateful to Pete. We love Pete, and we're grateful for y'all for showing up. Give a couple of quick shout outs. Tonight, 8 o'clock, I'll be going live with the Deplorable Bobby. Saturday nights, I hate to say this, my friends, but Saturday nights, DM and History B are no more. It may still be called DM and B. I don't know.
Maybe he'll make a surprise appearance.
Yeah, but History B has other things going on right now, and she's not going to be able to participate. And so we'll all miss History B. Knight's Armory. Everybody has to remember Knight's Armory on Saturday and Sunday mornings, usually around 8 o'clock, but Saturday nights at 10. I have a Sunday Bible study at 11. Deplorable. Let me get this right. Dangerous Deplorables at 8 p.m. on Sunday night. Wednesday night, I'm live. And Thursday night, Tony Patriot goes live at 8. Plus, he does other shows through the week. So we've got Tactical Technician and California Critic and American Joe, Disabled Vets Perspective, Knight's Armory, Liberty Smith, Tony Patriot, DM and B. And if you have content, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't care. You're more than welcome to drop your links in my chat. It's not going to hurt my feelings one bit. So yeah, if you have content and you're on this channel, feel free to drop your links. It's Adam Shit, aka Pencil Neck. He says, Deplorable Bobby, I hate you all. I got dragged by Pete the Patriot by the neck. Cool, brother. Good to see you here. It's Adam Shit, aka Pencil Neck. I can add one word to that. Pencil Neck Geek. You know what a geek is?
I've heard many different terms.
A geek was a guy in a sideshow back in the day, back in the 50s and 40s, and he would bite heads off of chickens.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard that one.
So that's what a geek is. So, yeah, Adam Schiff is a pencil neck geek.
So would that make Ozzy Osbourne a geek for biting the head off a dove or a pigeon or whatever it was?
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much. So we can get started. We've got a great bunch of people in here. Gloria, how are you doing? God bless America. Glad to see all of you. Lynn M., I don't want to miss anybody in the chat, but there's 47 of you in here. So if I miss you, I apologize.
And we got my brother Roger in there, and also an old friend
Baloo 777. And I like that Jenga Snap, so that's a pretty good name.
Jenga Snap.
Yeah. So Ron, do you have something you want to start with, or?
Yeah, actually, I do.
Okay.
I got a buddy of mine shared this article. So you know that not too long ago, that Project Veritas had a Bernie organizer that they got a few beers in him, and he started telling him what he really thought. Well, now they've got another one that they just caught. This was on Tuesday.
Right.
And so the headline is, "I'll straight up get armed. The second Bernie organizer loves gulags and is ready for the effing revolution." His word.
Just so we bring everybody up to speed on this, that first Iowa Bernie field organizer, he was the first one, and he's all about being caught on a live mic, saying that he believes that all patriots and Democrats were to be lined up against a wall and shot, or put in gulags, which is nothing more than a concentration camp.
Yeah, and that's he mentions that too, but he's really serious, or it seems more serious than the other guy, about arming himself up for the revolution. He was quoted saying, "I'm ready to tear bricks up and start fighting." And right after this came out, he deleted his Twitter account.
Imagine that.
Yeah. He also dreams of dissolving the Senate, House of Representatives, and judicial branch so that somebody like Bernie Sanders and a cabinet of people can make all the decisions for the climate.
In other words, he's saying we're going to let Bernie Sanders and his select few make decisions for everyone in America.
That sounds a lot like a dictatorship.
Yeah. Sounds like tyranny to me, even though they want to call it socialism.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter what you name it. It's all the same.
I mean, you look around the world since the beginning of time, socialism has never worked.
Well,
socialism has always failed.
Well, it's worked at killing a lot of people. So
and you see,
that's how you look at it.
You just hit the nail on the head. It's about killing people. I did a video a few months back. I went down to the Georgia Guidestones here in Georgia, which they call the mini Stonehenge. Yeah, it was put there by someone, we don't know his name, but it gives directions in 5 different languages about what we need to do for the world to succeed. And what it said was that we need to reduce our population to 500 million to a level that we can control. Now, Ron, you just told me something before we went live. Who else just said that we need to reduce our population to 500 million? It was Adam Schiff.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
So they're already talking about it. And that's what's going to have to happen. Hey, Pete, how you doing, brother? Deplorable Bobby. No, I did not. We just need your money so we can keep your legal votes in our stashed pockets of power, but to no soul, and I will let you have my food stamps. Okay. I'll be honest with you, guy. I don't know who you are. I've never seen you in here before.
he's,
I,
he's, he's a comedian.
I hope you're being funny. You know, I hope you're just playing a little game with us on the stuff you're talking about, but that's okay.
Well, he does go by Adam Shit. So
Yeah. See, Fuzz Fork said, I'm reducing my freezer by eating the Little Debbie mini powdered donuts. Okay. Yeah, and God bless America. We can create a virus to alter liberal thoughts. Now,
yeah,
that would be something that we could talk about.
yeah,
But you know, Pete hit a big thing on this today, on this coronavirus that's going on, and he put a lot of good stuff out there, and you guys have already heard it all. But the way it goes is this: I'm not going to go over the pandemic today. Tonight, I
okay.
will go over some new stuff, and I'm going to give you some information that you probably, I don't know if you've heard or not, but I can tell you who is responsible for this coronavirus, and I can tell you who's going to be responsible for finding a cure.
Hmm.
Or a treatment.
Are they
So,
the same person?
excuse me,
Are they the same person?
they're the same person, or
Yeah.
the same two people actually. But yeah, how you doing, California Critic and Brother Herb? Good to see you, bud. I haven't seen. There's DM. Love to see DM and Calamity Rain. So tonight, I'm going to go a little deeper into the pandemic that's looming on our doorstep, and I tell you who's responsible and why they did it and what they're expecting to get out of it. And it's going to surprise you. It's going to surprise you. I'll tell you this much. It's a well-known name. He's super rich and he lives in America. So think
Hmm.
about that. And then tonight, I'm going to give you his name and I'm going to tell you the whole story. So, yes, Ron, we can get back on your topic now.
Well, I just wanted to point out my brother Detroit Preppin in the chat. He is my friend, lives in Michigan and is running for Congress in District 14. So anybody around that area, because I know we've got a lot of Michigan people in here, and help him spread the word. I mean, he's trying to do this the way our forefathers intended it. You know, the vote of the people. And I'll tell you what, this guy, he's a great guy. I've known him for over a year now. We still talk on a weekly basis. So
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye on Detroit Prepping, guys. Y'all need to check that guy out. As a matter of fact,
his name is Roger Henderson. So.
Cool. Remember that. But just so you also know, not only do I not mind you posting your links on my chat, I want y'all to check out each other. We're not a grow channel. That's not what we do. But if there's somebody here that you don't know, check them out. If you like their content, subscribe. And that's how we grow. That's how we grow our family, because we are a family of patriots here. And with people like God Bless America, Gloria Lucas, 12B Georgia, Lynn M., Dangerous Freedom, Liberty Smith, Pete the Patriot, Joe, Big Jim at Nice Armory, Florida Jim, everybody, Pete the Patriot, we're all part of the same family.
We are. We might be spread out, but you know what? That's the beautiful thing, because even though we're spread out, we're all of the same basic mindset. We want to survive and make this place a better place.
Thank you, DM. That's fantastic. She said, just chat and talk. Check them out on your own. And that's exactly what I was talking about. I missed what Pete said there. Well, it's going by quicker than I'm used to. I'm not used to this fast chat, people.
No, that DM is.
Stony Stone is in here, my dear brother from Illinois. Good to see y'all, man. We got people in here I haven't seen in a while. And it warms my heart that you people take your time out of your day to come spend a little time with us.
Yeah. Indeed.
Oh, I do have to make something known. Everybody was wondering why I didn't go live Wednesday night.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, the emergency I had was a ceiling fell. The ceiling in my bathroom fell. And so there I was with a bathroom with no ceiling. And so we had to get people in here, had to get it cleaned up, had to, do all that kind of stuff. And I'm happy to say that today's Friday. This happened Wednesday. And all they have to do now is to put a coat of paint on the ceiling and it's done. But it was a little difficult for me to go live Wednesday night when I had sheetrock and insulation and all that stuff laying in the floor on top of the toilet and the sink and in the shower. So we had some cleanup to do. So that's why I couldn't be here Wednesday night.
At least it
Linda
didn't
A.
Thank God it didn't fall on you.
Yeah, you're right, Linda. Yeah, I hear you. See, this is how we'll keep the info flowing. Follow everyone. You're right, Pete. Been there, done that, Bobby, said Ancient Drummer. California Credit, want to know if I had a leak, and I'll be honest with you. I've probably had a leak for a while. It never showed up on the sheetrock. I guess because there were so many coats of paint on it. This house is over 100 years old, so it's got a lot of paint on everything. So yeah, that was sort of funny, but anyway.
You should paint the Georgia flag on top of your roof.
That's an idea. I may hang one from the chimney. How about that?
That'd work too. Anyways, I wanted to go on to the other topic.
Go right ahead.
All right. So, Monday we just had this ginormous rally. I mean, most lobby days they said they average a couple hundred people, and this one, the best calculation is 22,000, but a lot of people are saying over 50,000 attended, and I wouldn't say they'd be wrong. And still, this Northam is not getting it through his thick skull that, hey, the people don't like this. I don't know what he's expecting. It's been proven in past. In fact, the state flag is a tyrant under Patriots, under a Patriot foot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay. Anyways, he comes out and he puts this bill into motion. This was submitted on the 16th, so just barely over a week ago. And this is House Bill 1627. Some people have covered it. Threats and harassment of certain officials and property venue. Summary is introduced. Threats and harassment of certain officials and property provides that certain crimes relating to the threats and harassment may be prosecuted in the city of Richmond if the victim is the governor-elect, the lieutenant governor-elect, the attorney general or attorney general-elect, a member or employee of the General Assembly, a justice of the Supreme Court of Virginia, a judge of the Court of Appeals of Virginia. In addition, threats to damage property may be prosecuted in the city of Richmond if the property is owned by the Commonwealth and located in the Capital District. So once I saw that, I was like, so basically he's telling you can't criticize him because they call it harassment or threats. But then again, these liberals, they think anything common sense. I mean, just criticism, just regular criticism gets under their skin and they think it's a threat. Now, on that same note, a law just passed. This one, it's a red flag law, and it passed. And this one states, the Virginia state approved legislation Wednesday that would allow authorities to take guns away from people deemed dangerous to themselves or others as the state moves closer to joining a growing number of states enacting the so-called red flag gun laws. So SB 240 passed on a party line vote 21-19. So it was fairly heated, but they're still Democrat.
Well, he was able to get all of his articles passed except for the gun confiscation order, of high capacity magazines and AR-15s. That's the only part that didn't pass. Everything else passed. But thanks to our patriots, thanks to Sheriff Culpeper and Sheriff of Culpeper County, for starting all this. These police up there are not going to back him. He has the backing of the deep state. He's a deep state operative. He has been forever. I mean, how could he get away with wearing blackface and still be governor of Virginia, my
Oh,
lord?
no, he was the one with the hood.
Well, either way, he won't say which he was.
No.
He won't say, oh, he says, well, I'm one of them, but I won't tell you who.
Yeah. It's racist either way you look.
And Eric says, yeah, Virginia proves that we need an electoral college. That's exactly right.
Yeah, CLC. Detroit is definitely prepared. Tell you what.
Stony Stone, my dear friend in Illinois, says, Detroit prepping. The boys know how to get a hold of me. God, that chat runs so fast. People know what I can do, so let me know. And I'm going to tell you,
Stony,
I've never heard a word out of that man's mouth that wasn't the truth. So Stony Stone, you're a great patriot and a great friend. And we have people in here like Emeralds. Never seen you before. Glad you're here, Pete. I want to thank you, brother, for bringing all these people with you.
Yes.
It was very kind. If you don't know me or you don't know Dangerous Freedom, I would ask that you go to our channels and subscribe. As a matter of fact, you can throw up a couple of URLs there if you would, Ron. If you can throw mine up there, I'd appreciate it. Maybe throw up yours. Just so they don't have to search for us.
Yeah. I wanted to wrap
in your
up,
leisure. But go ahead.
I wanted to wrap up on that last part of this Virginia thing. So,
sure.
Okay, so he's trying to pass a law saying that if you harass him or I'm guessing criticize. I mean, you could just say, Governor Northam needs to be removed because he can't do his damn job. He would probably take that as criticism, call it a threat or whatever, and then they would probably try and do this red flag. Now, I'm just saying this could be possible because if you're threatening the governor, you would be a threat to yourself or others, would you not?
Sure. He's one of the others. Threat to yourself or others. So yeah, if they know that you're a hater of the governor and you own guns, then you're on the list.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
Wait for it. Just wait for it.
DM, I want to thank you so much for doing that for us.
Yes.
I appreciate that. I didn't mean to overlook you. I honestly had forgotten you were in here, so forgive me. But everybody check out DM the Mod. Everybody knows that she's the best mod on YouTube going, and anybody that has her on their stream should be honored.
Yeah.
To have a moderator like DM with you.
Hey DM, by the way, who are you going on with tomorrow night? Is it going to be Effie, or are you getting Ashley, or what's going on? Are you going to have Fred on? That would be funny. Yes, I don't get that. 23,000 people show up on the Capitol grounds, and it's not clicking in his brain.
Well, they live in a world of their own, just like Hillary lives in a world of her own. She's the president of Earth 2 somewhere, and he's the same way. He's untouchable. He's powerful, and there's nothing anybody can do against him.
Do they have brain disease?
It's called Kuru disease. That's from eating dead babies. But,
no, you can't.
But no, when you stop and look at it, the things that they're doing, Ron, in Virginia, they are going to be paramount to what happens in the weeks and months to come.
Oh yeah, they were saying that this is the battleground, not California, not New York like we thought, or even Massachusetts like we thought might be. It's going to start in Virginia, but it's already spread from Virginia. It's down in New Mexico now. It's sweeping its way up. I mean, Arizona, we're just constitutional carry. Basically, the whole state is, we don't have any gun control like that.
Well, that's what gets me is you have Northam in Virginia wanting to confiscate everybody's guns and use red flag laws to his benefit. But yet here you have in Florida, we have a Republican governor, and there's more people been had their guns taken from them in the state of Florida than in any other state.
Yeah,
so how can we have a Republican governor and he let our guns be confiscated? Something tells me there that something stinks in Florida.
Yeah, ask Alex. He knows.
Hey, Eldman, California Critic, the Umpire's Post.
Yeah, Alex,
glad to see you guys. Thank you. Thank you for being here. You got something else there, Ron? I know you got a bunch of them.
I'm just saying that Alex is the one that brought that. He keeps bringing up the Florida gun confiscations.
Right.
You know, I mean, Alex he's boots on the ground, and yeah, literally, that was pretty cool. And then I don't know if y'all know Prescott Caliber Club. He lives in my state, but we've been online friends for, I don't know, 6 months, 10 months, something like that. But he went to the rally, and he actually met up with Alex and Joe and Manny and all of them.
I got to interrupt you right quick before I forget it. DM says that Northam didn't take office till November. So he's a new governor. But go ahead with it. With that.
Even being the new governor, you can recall. You hear about him all the time. I mean, they're still trying to do that in California with that Newsom asshole.
You're right, DM. I know DeSantis can't do it all. There's still a lot of deep staters down there, just like they are everywhere.
Everywhere. But, you know,
go ahead.
That was another thing I was starting to look up before we started. I didn't have a whole lot of time, but I was looking at laws governing the recall in Virginia. Now, it says here, Virginia is one of 2 states that provide for recall only through state statutes and not constitutional law. The other being Montana.
Right.
Okay, so who may be recalled? Code 24.22233 states, upon petition, a circuit court may remove from office. Circuit court, but the courts are corrupt there too. But circuit court may remove from office any elected officer or officer who has been appointed to fill an elective office residing within the jurisdiction of the courts. So in 75, the recall statutes were enacted. So it looks like, it's going to take a court, basically a court order to get them out of there. And the courts they're biased at this point.
Yeah, you're right, 12B, Georgia. Bloomberg is getting away with buying elections. He's doing it all across the country. Yeah. Oh, I got something else a little different. Yeah, New York City is wanting to build a seawall around the entire city.
Okay.
The New York City has proposed a seawall 6 miles long around all of the city that's on the coast. President Trump attacked the idea of this wall and told New Yorkers to grab some mopping buckets and clean it up yourself. Anytime there may be a climate change natural disaster. President Trump has said many times that global warming is a hoax and that the plans for New York City seawall is costly, foolish, ineffective, and environmentally unfriendly. So get your mops and buckets ready.
Well, now, wait a second. They want to build a seawall, yet they're blocking Donald Trump building a border wall constantly.
That's what I'm getting at. And so not only that, guess how much this wall is going to cost?
Probably
$120 billion.
About a third of what the border wall is going to cost.
But then again, when I was reading that article, when I was writing this, I got to thinking, the proposal of the seawall would consist of man-made barrier islands with retractable gates. This whole idea is unworkable and would not protect against any high tides or storm surges.
Absolutely, Dan.
The overflow will disrupt sewage flow and contaminate the city with disease and toxins. So you see, what they're wanting to do is they're wanting to build this wall, but it's not really a wall. It is a bunch of man-made islands with gates in between them that you can open and close to allow ships to come in and all that kind of stuff. But it doesn't stop the storm surge and it doesn't stop high tides. So there again, it's a fruitless idea.
I don't know. They're doing that same thing in China, except they're making
Yep.
military bases out of there.
And they're out in the middle of the China Sea, South China Sea. They're not right up against the coast like these islands would be. But what's funny,
Wow.
and it is funny because of the climate change idea they're trying to use here. You know, it's all because of climate change. You know, we're all going to be dead in 11 years if we don't do something. Kill all the farting cows and get rid of cars and all that.
So, yeah, if you listen to Greta, the climate Grinch.
Oh, yeah, the climate Grinch. That's a good one. I think you were the first one I heard say that. But yeah, Greta, the climate Grinch, and AOC and de Blasio and all those people, they need to be put in a boat and set out to sea. Let them go back to Puerto Rico. Let them go to that hellhole down there and, you know, start a new life. But this whole thing is with de Blasio is dangerous, what he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
He's throwing his money into elections, into a seawall, into all this stuff around the country that is nothing but unconstitutional and un-American. So I say this, let's forget about the barrier islands. Let's forget about the sea gates. Let's build that wall up the east coast of New York. And then when you get done, just bring it right on back around the entire state.
Escape.
It's time for Kurt Russell to come into the picture and escape from New York.
Yeah, that'd be something else.
That's what we need to do. I know it's never going to happen, but
yeah.
They want to build a wall. Let's build a wall for them. Let's build a wall and lock them in.
I still say send them to Hawaii. It's a beautiful place until a volcano goes off. Actually, it's not a beautiful place. I mean, it may be pretty environmentally, but as far as the politics, dude, they're worse than California.
Umpire Post says all the traitors and treasonous politicians and etc. will not fit in Gitmo. And that's a fact. That's why a lot of them aren't going to make it to Gitmo, Umpire. They're not going to make it. And, you know, it's just got to the point, Ron, that our politics has gotten so distorted, confused, and completely just painted over.
Yeah.
You know, that even the people in D.C., the supposed Republicans, they're not doing their jobs either.
No, more than half aren't doing their job. I mean, you get guys like we got, we had Trey Gowdy, we got Jim Jordan in there, we got Johnson, we got my Congressman Andy Biggs in there. I mean, these guys, they're true blood, they're true red-blooded. Red, white, and blue-blooded, I should say. But so many of them, like even Lindsey Graham, I mean, comes out and
oh, come on now.
He makes a nice statement, but I mean, at the end of it, it's like, man, I don't know about you.
Well, don't get me started on Lindsey Graham. If you remember, up until the death of John McCain, he was up McCain's butt.
Yeah.
And he hated Trump.
Yeah.
As soon as McCain dies, he says, oh, no, I'm out here all by myself now. I got to go suck up to Trump. And that's what he did. And that just goes to show you again that they're corrupt. They have no morals. They're full of hypocrisy. And you can't believe anything they say. It's a known fact. You can't trust a politician. Even the Bible says, woe unto politicians and lawyers. I mean, come on. You can't trust them. Never have been able to trust them.
No.
Yeah, you're right, DM. McCain was holding something over him. And I wonder what it is. I mean, I don't think it was the fact that he's gay.
Alcatraz.
I think most people know that Lindsey Graham is gay. I mean, come on, he's pushing 60 and he's never been married, never had a girlfriend. But he's probably had a lot of boyfriends.
Yeah.
So we're not going to worry about him too much. Graham is a rhino that's hiding and waiting for a leader. That's right, Fluid Poor Art. I agree with you. Done playing around said, honest question. So we got a question. How do we fight something that has corrupted this world for who knows how long? I think this year is just going to be insane and just keep getting crazier.
Yes.
I agree.
done and playing around. I love your icon, by the way. Prepare. Done playing around. Prepare. I mean, that's all we can do at this point. I mean, we can try voting, and we're seeing that the voting really ain't working for us. I mean, sometimes it does, like Trump. Maybe it worked for us. Maybe it didn't. He got more gun control passed than Obama did, believe it or not, and that's a fact.
Obama never touched Second Amendment.
So, it's like, yeah, I know a lot of people are praising Trump, and yes, honestly, compared to what else could come in there, yes, I say leave him, and hopefully this next term, once he realizes this is it, he's got to start using that executive power, and hopefully this whole impeachment thing will prove the power of the executive power. I mean, he's got a right. Now you got these liberal courts and these liberal Congress, and I'm telling you, if we all vote Republican, if we vote red this time, is it going to work? Because when Trump was elected, we had a Republic Congress, a Republic Senate, and a Republic executive. And every time it was the judges. The judges block everything from him, right?
Fluid, poor art. Yeah, New York. If there's anything I can do to help New York, believe me, I would. We just need to wake up more patriots. That's the whole thing. We need to bring more people into the family and get everybody start thinking alike. Oh, okay. Anunnaki the One has made it in here. Good to see them. But Ron, it's amazing how
GBA. God bless America. As a
question. Yeah, always good to see them.
Go ahead.
Godfather.
God blessed America.
Oh, God blessed America. Okay, you scared me there for a minute. I was going to say, is Godfather in here? Philip Turner's here. That's great to see. And Linda A. and Lynn M. and my brother, California Critic, Gary Holland, Matrix Reloaded. I want to thank you guys for hanging around. But we've had I mentioned Puerto Rico a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
And, they had a Hurricane Maria. And then they've had earthquakes. They've had all kinds of devastating natural disasters happen. Well, they found just recently, a whole warehouse full of cots and blankets and water and food.
Yeah.
That was never given out.
Yep.
It was never given out.
Yeah.
Now you tell me why a government whose citizens are dying from a natural disaster, they're hurting, they're suffering, but yet you have a whole warehouse full of aid and you refuse to give it to them. Now, how does that make any sense?
Didn't they do something like that in Somalia? Like that Black Hawk Down, they went in there because the drug kingpin or whatever, the kingpin of that place was taking all the aid and keeping it from the people, right?
Something like that, yeah. But see, that's what dictators do. But see, Puerto Rico is part of the United States as a territory. So we all know that the Clintons have their hands knee deep in Puerto Rico. And we know that they're all Democrats in Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
the governor, the mayors of their cities, everybody down there is a Democrat.
The people mostly are not, I would bet.
It doesn't matter what the people are. The people that are in power are the ones. And here, this governor hid this stuff from the people.
Well, obviously, Northam is taking a play right out of their playbook. So
there again, he's pushing the envelope.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to see how far he can push it. New York and California have been pushing the envelope for decades.
Yeah,
but they try to do it through legal means, to get laws passed and. Just like California says that they don't have to listen to Trump when it comes to immigration and all that. They make up their own laws. Well, New York and California do that. So now Virginia is wanting to do the same thing. We're not going to allow our country to be taken over
God, no.
by these tyrants.
Absolutely. Alex and Joe and man, so many of them showed up from Arizona, no less. you know, drove all the way out there, stood with him with his AR and his side guns. So God bless America. Finally got his question in there.
You're right, Tigger. Puerto Rico is corrupt, and that's probably why they're still a territory and not a state.
So, Bobby, you might know more about this than I do. What
Go
was
ahead.
the letter, or what was in the letter passed out at Bush's funeral?
Oh, I don't know. I've heard all the conspiracy theories and all that kind of stuff. I wished I knew. I wished I knew. Have you heard something recently?
No, that was God bless America's question.
Or
Honestly,
was it?
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't
There
even.
was something I came across this morning, but about that, but I didn't read it because I figured it was such old news. But you got to remember, everybody that got one, all just it's like the blood fell from their face and they just went blank for a minute. Like what? So I don't know.
I wasn't.
Now I do know that President Trump, and that's going to get back to what you were saying a while ago about his next term.
Mm-hmm.
You got Donald Trump in February, right after he took office. He wrote an executive order that corruption and trafficking, human trafficking of any kind, could carry the death penalty. Okay. And military tribunals could be used.
Wow.
Okay.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah. He signed that into law. So now my question is, okay, when are we going to start seeing these high level elite government officials like Hillary and Bill and Barack and Michelle and all of them and most of the Senate and most of the House on both sides of the aisle? They're all corrupt. There's a few good ones in there like Biggs and
he's probably right. California Critic just said it was probably an invoice for services rendered.
there you go.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like that. I love California Critic. He's always got good stuff. And the Anunnaki's right too. The Vatican's also involved in the money laundering and the human trafficking.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they are. I mean, I have done videos on Pope Francis and his predecessor many times back before I started doing live streams. So if you want to see some of my old videos, go check them out because I call out the Pope. I call out everybody.
They're all hypocrites. Yeah, I mean, you get the Pope and the some of the dioceses coming out saying, "Oh, a wall is ungodly and you shouldn't do it." Yet they're surrounded by what, a 30 or 40-foot wall around the entire city.
That's what I'm saying. See, even it's hypocritical. It's hypocritical.
The Democrats do it too. So obviously the Pope is a Democrat.
I was just going to say that, and he could be nothing else. He has to be a Democrat. Even though I hate saying the word Democrat, I like to call them demon rats.
Yeah,
because that's what they are.
Yeah,
and you know, I don't care if people like me or if they don't, but I'm not going to pussyfoot around and sugarcoat stuff and try to make it sound sweet when it's not. And I have a real, I'm not going to call it a hatred to where I want to hurt anyone, but I have a disdain for the left that sometimes is hard to control.
Yeah. Oh, I know. And, you know, sometimes I get upset about it, but there's nothing really we can do other than just try and bring more info to them. And, I mean, a lot of them are turning. You see a big turning point. A lot more people are waking up. Democrats are just walking away. And there's a lot of even Republicans that are like, I still like Trump, but you're criticizing him more because you're starting to think, well, if we want to be a free nation, we got to elect people like our founders, like Thomas Jefferson and George Washington, people that just want to keep the people left alone. We all just want to be left alone. Yet they are making laws to where I never wanted to be in politics. Back in the 90s, I didn't give two craps about it. I'd still vote Republican. I'd just go in there and tender or do a mail-in ballot. I'd just vote Republican for the president. I'd do a little bit of investigation, but until 2015, I never got involved in politics, and it's because politics got involved in my life.
There you
And
go.
then I started realizing, man, taxation. That's when my mind started working overtime. Like, well, taxation. Why are they taking money from me? And you got to think about it. It's like, oh, we're helping the states and the government. We're keeping our military well funded and paying for the roads. But if I don't pay taxes, you're going to come to my house with a gun and take my stuff or possibly kill me.
They're going to evict you. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
this has gotten way past anything.
but it's the same thing they've done for decades and decades. They're just getting more and more power to go deeper and deeper into our private lives. But the Anunnaki, the one, she said, "Oh, to me as an Assyrian." Well, I'm glad to know that you're an Assyrian. It's really nice to know that you're, what your background is. Said the Vatican allowed the Turks to slaughter my people in 1647 because we refused to convert to Catholicism. And those of you that don't know, that was a terrible, terrible thing that happened way back then. And it was the Assyrians. The Assyrians, which is Iran, used to be ruler of the world in that part of the world. And so Anunnaki, the one's totally right with that. We have the Catholic Church, we have the Democrat Party, we have the Brexit people in England. I mean, you got socialist countries, like Germany and the rest of these socialist countries. And it's almost like we patriots are fighting an uphill battle every day.
It does seem that way. That's why I prepare them. Start storing up food. I mean, a lot of people think, you're
I'm
crazy.
sorry, Anunnaki, the one. It was Iraq. You're right. I'm sorry.
But I think more and more people are waking up, realizing, hey, man, things could go south. I mean, you got friends like my buddy Roger up there in Michigan where, I mean, they'll have snowstorms that knock out power for 2 weeks. So they always have to have enough to get them through at least 2 weeks. And he usually has like 2 years. But anyways, you should always have at least a few months, I think.
Well, that's for the normal person, that's going to be really hard to do, is to save up food for months. The best most people can do is 2 weeks. And that's just being honest with you.
There are ways to do it. And
Ron, we're not getting hypothetical. The truth of the matter is most people don't prepare at all.
Yeah, that's true.
And the ones that do prepare for a few days.
Well, you see,
only for an ice storm or something like that, a power outage. They're not looking for the end of time.
No, and you see,
they're not looking for a war.
Have you seen all these food storage things that are becoming a lot more popular, like Patriot Supply and stuff like that? And they're selling, 2 months, 2 weeks, 6 months packages, and you could feed a family of 4 for like, I don't know, 200.
Well, I'm not going to build an extra building just so I have room to store food.
No.
So, it's just that way. And if you wanted to bug out, you can't take that food with you. No. I don't care if you got food for 6 months, you ain't taking it with you. You're going to throw everything you can in a backpack, grab your gun and go. And all that food that you've stored up for 6 months is going to be there for somebody else to come and take because you can't take it with you.
That much, yeah.
You can't carry it with you. That's why I say 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe. But to go over 3 weeks.
It depends on your household too. Like in your house, you're going to want to bail. And in my house, I don't want to bail. I may have to, and I've got plans for that. But I'm gonna stick it out until I realize that there's no way I'm outgunned.
Well, there again, you're in the high desert,
low desert,
low desert, whatever. You're in the desert.
Yeah, I
mean, it's not like you have a whole lot of people there compared to where I live. For instance, Atlanta has millions. Okay, and that's only 30 miles away.
We got Phoenix.
Well, yeah, but it's a 2-hour drive.
No, Phoenix about half an hour. Half an hour drive.
Go along with me, even if I'm wrong.
No. I'm just saying. I know what you're saying. Yeah,
but no, but that's hypothetical, and it doesn't really matter. It's not here or there. Prepare. I don't care if you prepare for 1 day or for a year. Just remember that if you ever need it, you can't take so much of it with you.
That's my battle rifle. She's set up.
All right, man. We got 2 minutes left. You want to?
Well,
out of here?
We had to start 10 minutes late, technically.
Yeah, well, that's okay though. I got a painter coming, and I want to get done before he gets here.
All right.
He's supposed to have been here at 2:30, but he ain't here yet. So
there you go, Eric. He's got kids and cows. Nice. I'm
there
guessing
you go, brother. Kids and cows.
talking about goats. I'm guessing that's nice. Yeah. If there was a collapse, what kind do you think it would be? Do you think it'd be financial? Do you think it would be?
I think that'll be the start of it.
You think it'll start economically?
Yeah, there's going to come a time when no matter what Trump does, he's not going to be able to keep the economy going because he's got too many people in the cabal trying to tear it down. And those are the people with the money.
Yeah. With the wealth.
Yeah. I mean, look what happened in 1929 with the stock market. You know, you had soup lines and people dying all over the place, starving to death. So time's going to come. Yes, we need to prepare.
Yeah. And in time, say it is financial. So say you've got $400 in cash, hard cash, paper cash, or you've got
not worth the money. It's
or you've got $3,000 worth of rounds for your rifle alone, and a means to reload them. Which one's more valuable then?
Well, the money's not going to be worth anything.
Toilet paper.
I mean, come on, gold, silver, and
yeah. What was that hyperinflation in Venezuela? It went up like 1,000,000%.
Well, look at them. They're eating their family pets and zoo animals. I know. And they used to be the premier South American country. That was the country that all of the other countries there aspired to be like. And look at them today.
And that's the most modern version of socialism that we've seen, right?
Exactly. And people are actually eating their pets.
It's already failed.
And they're eating zoo animals. I mean, come on. Is that what we want? If you listen to Ilhan Omar and AOC and Rashida Tlaib, that's what we want in America. And Bernie Sanders, we want socialism. No, we don't want socialism.
Well, you know, it makes you think, because I was talking about the two people, Bernie Sanders organizers, that have come on camera saying, you know, we need gulags and re-education camps for these Republicans. And the other one is like, I'm going to arm up. I'm ready for this. Let's do it. Let's fight it out. And it's like, how many others in that camp are just like them? How many? Half of them? Hell, if even a third of them are like that, we could really be looking at a fight. Probably wouldn't last long, but it would still be a fight. We'd probably lose people on both sides.
Oh, for sure. No doubt about it, Ron. And California critics said that Venezuela was the largest economy in South America. And now look at them.
Yeah, now look at them.
You know, they're at the point to where, hey, Tony Patriot, how you doing, brother? Glad to see you. We're going to ease out of here. It's a little after 4. And I do have a painter coming. He's already late. So let me get ready for him.
But they do have the ceiling up.
Excuse me?
They do have the ceiling up.
Oh, yeah. Ceiling's up. It's mudded. It's sanded. They just got to come paint now.
Right on.
And I could have done it myself, but, you know, I'm retired. Yeah. So I don't do that anymore unless it's something I can do in a few hours. I didn't want to get into a 2 or 3 day job.
Yeah.
But thank everybody for coming. DP FX 9999. Good to see you here. I haven't seen you before. Sam reports. How you doing? Done playing around. Here I am. 12B Georgia. Tony Patriot, my brother in Florida. Lynn M. DM DeMod, great mod coming, and she's in Florida as well. The Anunnaki, the one. Linda A. Philip Turner. Patty Thompson White. Tigger. Sam. The Empire's Post. Eric Schnault.
Okay, I've got a quick one.
All right, do it quick.
Still got a couple minutes. Everybody, tell me where you're from. I'm gonna use Joe's stick. All right, where's everybody from? I know where some of you are from.
I come from my mama.
Yeah. It's not working like on Joe. There it goes. That's right. We got that.
Iowa. Okay, corn country.
California.
Albuquerque.
Florida. USA.
Florida. USA. I'll go along with that, brother.
Nice skipper. Atlanta.
Chicago area, Illinois. Poor guy, Tigger.
Maybe. Long Island.
Oh yeah, Linda. I didn't know you were from Long Island. Crazy. What was that? California. How do you write that?
You're in California? Oh my God.
Crazyfornia, Lynn. Okay, cool. We got a lot of people in California, it seems like.
Yeah. Well, you're only next door. I mean, I can be
Well,
there.
next door to you, we got Tony Patriot next door to me in Florida.
Yeah.
Along with CLC's in Florida, DM's in Florida, Disabled Vets Perspective is in Florida, Florida Jim is in Florida. I mean, Sam is in Florida. Not Sam Reports, but another kid named Sam.
Jeez.
And we know Detroit Preppin's from Detroit.
Yep. Yeah, that kind of says it all.
But I'm pretty much done. I've got some stuff I got to get ready for tonight's show. Be sure to be back at 8 p.m. Go ahead.
Okay. I just wanted to thank you all once again for coming and hanging out with us. Yeah, we enjoy doing this, and you guys are part of the reason we do it. So thank you. Take care. Stay on.
Thank you guys for being here. We love you. Come back Sunday night at 8 p.m. Always keep your powder dry. But now always remember, Sunday 8 p.m. we'll be back together with Dangerous Deplorables for another show. Tonight 8 p.m. and Sunday morning 11 a.m. I do a Bible study. We're on the 37th chapter of Genesis. No, 34th chapter of Genesis.
You're gonna turn on the
because
mic.
I did a whole hour last week without turning on my mic. So I'm going to get to redo what I did last week. So we'll see you guys there. Everybody be cool. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. And remember who put you here. And thank him every day for it. So on behalf of Dangerous Deplorables, Ron and myself, I'll say goodbye and have a good day. And I'll see y'all later tonight. Y'all have a good day.